trying to do this thing where I do a sort of end of the month recap. Because I sort of do keep a list of like the things that I work on during the month. Like I don't always like make the list as it's happening. But like at the end of the month, usually when I'm going through my planner, I go back and be like, oh, this is what I did this month. This is what I did this month. And so I had been trying to like make a like coffee post about it, like do a text post. But the problem with that is that I always start these coffee posts and they end up being very long. And then like, I'm like, oh, I need more details about this thing. I need more details about that thing. And it's suddenly like the month has gone by or like the next month has gone by and I have not posted it. And it just like kind of sits in my like inbox as a thing that I need to do that just never gets posted. So maybe doing it in like this like video format will go better. We shall see. One of the things that I worked on this month was the third edition of It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Take This. I've talked about it in passing before. At the time of me recording this voiceover, it is not finished. It still has like 80% of it is done, and the other like 20% is like the important bit, not the most important bit, but they're important changes. I can't do percentages. I went to art school. Like I said 80% of it is done, but it's more like maybe like 60% of it's done, and like 40% that's left is like a really important 40% of it. By the time this video probably goes up, this voiceover will still be accurate. But like, I am making progress on it, and it is in a much better shape than it had been when I started at the beginning of this month. So I take pride and joy in that. It's just very funny to me because like, the original version of this thing was like less than 200 words. And somehow I've managed to write like an extra like 2,000 words in this new third edition. Which is very pleasing to me in the like, oh yes, I've changed as a game designer and I've like made substantial changes from the second edition to the third edition, which makes it worth repurchasing basically. But at the same time, it's like, is this really the same game, or have I ship of Theseuses this game? Also in the month of March was the official launch of Find Out Productions, which is the Twitch channel that I started with Giannis, Ariel, and Shiv. It has been a whirlwind month of so many things happening and so many things to do, because like we all have the games that we are obviously producing and playing in and GMing. And like I said in the previous video, the little short video that came out a couple days ago, my first two games was people playing It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Take This second edition. Both Fawn of Fawn and Games and Lirio of Lirio ran it, and it was a very good time. But those were the only two games I had in March that I was producing, because one of my agreements for being part of this channel and taking this up was I'm not really, like, I can GM games, and I'm not opposed to GMing games, but I much prefer being on the tech producing side of things, and occasionally being a player, and occasionally being a GM for a very few handful of games. I mentioned in passing that I am casting for GM and players for a actual play for the Cowboy Bebop TTRPG, and as like I'm getting like signups come in, I'm like, maybe we could co-GM this, because the big shot in Cowboy Bebop are they're two different characters. There are people who post the bounties on the in the TV show that's in Cowboy Bebop. Like that could be a fun thing. Like myself and one other person like co-GM Cowboy Bebop actual play. That's just like a thought I tossed around in my head. I will, however, be GMing, though I have not officially announced it. This is technically me officially announcing it. Sometime after Juneteenth, which seems like a really long time from now, but really is no time at all, I will be GMing a medium-length campaign, like 8 to 12 episodes of the Root TTRPG. Primarily because I got the newest expansion book in, and I want to play it because I genuinely speaking love Root the board game, and I also love Root the TTRPG. But at some point after June, I'll be GMing a semi-ongoing campaign of the Root TTRPG. So please look forward to that. Speaking of things that are going on in the future, I've also decided that I want to go to PAX Unplugged this year. I've been before. I've been like twice, maybe 3 times before. I don't actually remember how many times I've been to PAX Unplugged. But I haven't been, I don't think, since COVID. I know I went year 2 with my mom. And I know I went year 1 by myself. I feel like I went a 3rd time, but I cannot 100% say that is true. As I've returned more towards doing social things, I kind of want to go back to PAX Unplugged. But gosh darn, flying across the country is so much work, so exhausted, not excited about that at all. Also, it's very expensive to fly across the country, and that's not even dealing with like the U.S. government. I want to go back. I miss conventions. The long story short is I miss conventions. I love a good concert. I love a good festival. Don't get me wrong, but I miss a good 3-day convention, and I feel like I haven't committed to a 3-day convention in a very long time. And so there's PAX Unplugged, obviously. The thing I'm so used to and comfortable with East Coast conventions, and despite having lived out on the West Coast for God knows how long, I have not gotten accustomed to West Coast cons. But I know there's OrcaCon, I know there's Geek Girl Con up in Seattle, I know there's all the strategic cons that happen. And there's WonderCon just happened in Anaheim. I've been to 2 conventions in the last 5 years. Breakout Con in Toronto. I'll link to the vlog I did about that. And then I went to WonderCon, which I was supposed to post a vlog about, but somehow that never came out. This technically didn't happen in March. This actually happened in February. But for my birthday, my brother, my lovely, wonderful brother, gave me money to buy tickets to go to Vans Warped Tour Long Beach, and I am going to be absolutely insufferable about it. And by absolutely insufferable about it, I mean I literally keep refreshing the Vans Warped Tour website for them to announce new bands. I have a list on my phone, and I was there was a moment where I was oh no, I'm going to this. I guess I can't do When We Are Young in Vegas for 2nd year in a row. I've gone to When We Are Young twice now, but I didn't go last year. But then at some point, either in February or in March, I can't quite remember when, they announced they weren't actually even doing When We Are Young this year in 2026. It's very funny because I had never been to Vans Warped Tour prior to the final year of Vans Warped Tour being a cross-country road trip. And I'm so sad that it's no longer a cross-country road trip. I genuinely wish that they did more shows in the Midwest and the middle of the country. To me, that feels to be the antithesis. It feels to be the opposite of what Vans Warped Tour should be. But again, it's not a tour anymore, it's a festival. I don't know, I feel like they could play some county fairs. I don't know where they could play Vans Warped Tour, but I feel like Vans Warped Tour should be in more Midwest places. I'm not saying go to Ohio, but I don't know. But anyway, the point is, I'm very excited about that. There's so many bands that I want to see. I'm so excited. I also got tickets for both days. So I don't have to try to shove every band into a single day. I can split the bands between 2 days because there's so many bands that I want to see. Speaking of things that I'm doing this year, because a lot of the first quarter of this year I've spent thinking about what I'm doing for the rest of the year. Mostly thinking about projects that I want to finish. One of which being If It's Dangerous to Go Alone, take this 3rd edition. There's also I want to finish Hurricane Like Me, actually finish that game because I wrote Acts 1 and Act 2 and part of Act 3, but not the conclusion of Act 3. And I just want to go back and finish that game. The mantra for this year is perfect is the enemy of done. And while it won't be perfectly the vision that I had in my head for what I want this game to be, the story that I'm trying to tell is more important than me getting the weird technical nitty-gritty things working. I'm probably going to work on that over the summer. Genuinely speaking, want to finish the minimum viable product for Ascent of Crystal Towers because I keep opening that document and trying to pare down even more what's there. Right now, I've been dabbling in the storyline, in the quest stuff, because a lot of the mechanics are the 10% that needs to get done are just details that I won't be able to figure out until I start playing the game. Because oh yeah, how do players do this thing? I'll have to implement the mechanic. But I don't want to implement the mechanic until I get the story parts down. So I've sort of pivoted from the mechanics that I had been focusing on to figure out how to write the story for this game. Because I do genuinely want this to have a story. I want this to be a story game, a pick your own path story game where there are multiple endings. Not too many endings. Not too many. I think I think my note says like 12. There'll be a good, bad, and neutral ending for each of the 4 original paths that you can go down. But for the minimum viable game version, I'm only writing 1 path for 2 different branches, just to have like, this is how this branch pays, and this is how this branch is different from that branch. And they will both just have the neutral ending, or maybe the good ending. I don't know. I start working on that, like more focused. I guess to wrap up this video, I will say, one of the last things that I did this month in March was I finally got my desktop PC back up and sort of running. It's not fully up to speed, but I did finally put the new hard drive in. God, that was so expensive. I did make a list of all the programs that I had been installed on my old hard drive that now need to be reinstalled on said new hard drive. I did finally bite the bullet and upgrade to Windows 11 from Windows 10. Not excited about that particular change, but we live, we suffer, we deal. I've been dealing with Windows 11 on my laptop this entire time that I've been on my laptop since December. So like, I've gotten used to Windows 11. I'm not happy about it, but I'll take it. I'll just suffer because it's not like I can do anything else. So that has been the Q1 update from me here over at AsAlwaysImani. It has been a long 3 months, but things have gotten done. Progress has been made. And while it may not have been as fast as I wanted it to be done, things are still getting done. And that's the best I can ask for. Who can ask for more in this economy? Please look forward to my next video that'll be coming out. I think it might be a video about my favorite bands that I've seen live in concert, but I don't guarantee that. But I do know I'm thinking about in anticipation for Vans Warped Tour, which I will be absolutely insufferable about. If you've enjoyed this video and you would like to see more things from me, I hang out mostly on Blue Sky these days, as I've abandoned X, and unfortunately I cannot leave the microblogging platforms. It is my curse. You can find me at chaoscryptid.blacksky.app on the Blue Sky, and obviously on Black Sky. I am also AsAlwaysImani on Ko-fi if you would like to support me financially, because when I'm not thinking about paying my bills, I make more things, which is true for everyone. Don't be surprised. You can also find me on Twitch at AsAlwaysImani, usually on Wednesdays, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you want to hang out with me while I do game dev stuff. I'm committed back to doing work in public, so please look forward to that. Until next time, bye! You can also find me producing stuff over at Find Out Productions. Duh, of course. Gotta, like, hype the other channel, you know? Please sign up to be a GM for the Cowboy Bebop actual play I'm trying to put together. Link will be in the description box below. Or on Blue Sky. Probably on Blue Sky. I don't think YouTube lets me put links in the description yet because I still haven't hit that follower threshold. So if you also enjoyed this video and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It's a free way you can support this channel and help me out. Okay, bye for real this time.